Good morning, curling fans. Welcome to the 2016 Pacific Northwest Mixed Doubles Invitational here from the Granite Curling Club in Seattle, Washington. This webcast is brought to you by the Curling Champions Tour, the 12th End Sports Network, Washington State Curling Association, and the Granite Curling Club. Behind us in the booth is Chris Rempel. My name is Doug Kaufman, and I'm here again with I can't even come up with something for you this morning. It's too early. My coffee's only halfway. Bill Rugen. Bill Rugen is his name.
Morning, y'all.
Yeah. And we'll be your host for the next 90 minutes or so. We'll be showing you here all the action on Sheet 3, as well as giving score updates for the two other games in this morning's draw. Draw 11. Pool 4. All 6 teams from Pool 4 will be playing this morning. This will be their final game of the round robin. Our featured game for this draw here on Sheet 3, a couple teams from our neighbors from the north, Nancy Martin and Catlin Schneider from the Newtonic Curling Club in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Yeah, that's the one.
Coffee.
Yeah, got it. Here, maybe I'll let you do this. And then Katie and Sean Cottrill from the Listowel Curling Club in Ontario. So a couple teams that had to drive a long way to get out here. They probably didn't drive.
Probably not.
Okay, right.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think they actually have roads in Saskatchewan. So driving.
Oh, you're gonna.
So driving wasn't an option.
Oh, you're gonna get some nice webcast for that. I should have. Yeah, nice. So, if you'd like to respond to that, let Bill know if there are roads. Please email us here at webcast@curlwa.org or tweet us at the @ TESNWA. Now, boy, you're taking shots. And
by all means, get in your ox cart. Take yourself to a town that has the internet.
Oh, no. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, brutal. All right. Nancy Martin, Catlin Schneider are 3-1. Katie and Sean Cottrill are 2-2. On the other sheets, on Sheet 1, Chris Plies, Eileen Geving, they are also 2-2, playing Matt Guy and M. Good, that are also 2-2. And then on Sheet 5, we have Corey Dropkin and Jamie Sinclair. They are at 3-1, playing Fred Maxey and Steph Jensen, who are 0-4. So, easiest playoff picture after this morning's game. Basically, if Corey Dropkin and Jamie Sinclair win their game, and then here on the feature sheet, if Nancy Martin and Catlin Schneider win their game, pretty simple. Two teams 4-1. They move into the quarterfinals. That will be played at 8 p.m. tonight. If one of those teams loses, then it we'll have to go and figure out what everybody did, head-to-head, DSC, all those things, because we're going to have 3 or more teams at 3-2, and that. So the tiebreaker games will be tonight at 5 p.m. local time. So, yeah.
There we are.
What else? You have anything else to add, Bill?
Just if you've heard a rumor that I went to sleep last night in my Joe Madden onesie, that is not true. Only because they don't make one yet. Otherwise, I totally would have worn it.
Bill Rugen, of course, if you missed the telecast from a couple days ago, and I'm sure most of you did, big Chicago Cubs fan.
Living the dream.
Now, it was rumored that you were actually at the last World Series game that they actually did win.
That is
in 19 whatever it was.
I can neither confirm nor deny because it was so long ago. My memory does not go back that far. However, my dad actually did go to one of the games in 1945.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
When they lost to the dreaded Detroit Tigers.
Gotcha. And then you were conceived shortly after, or how does that work? A bit of a anger thing here. We probably shouldn't go here on this one.
Yeah, somebody might be listening.
Okay, all right.
I pity you if you are.
All right, so the teams are just finishing up their practice stones here and their DSC shots. DSC, D?
I don't know what the E is.
DSC.
Okay, thanks.
Draw shot challenge. There we go. Yeah. We've been acronyming it for so long, I didn't even know what the normal.
I thought you said DSE, which is I had no idea what the E stood for.
Draw shot endeavor.
Yeah, endeavor. I like
There we
that.
go.
I didn't
Okay.
even know you knew that word.
A couple things with mixed doubles here at Granite Curling Club. We're getting a little bit more than 4 feet of swing in the ice, so the tournament committee has decided to put the rock that is placed in front of the rings in a guard position at its closest position to the rings. The other rock goes just behind the button, behind the tee line. Ice has been 25 or a little quicker than 25 and a half seconds.
Looks a little slower here, though, in practice this morning.
Could be. Only 3 sets of games out there today instead of the normal either 4 or 5 that we've been having for the other draws. One thing we have noticed, having all of our feature sheets be on sheet 3 here, the out turn for a right-hander going away. Definitely the one that has been swinging big time. If you leave that rock alone at the end, then you get that rock. It's curling quite a bit at the end. So a couple teams have been caught about that early in the game, coming over and hitting that top guard there. So
Diving.
Nancy Martin and Caitlin Schneider, they lost their first game, I believe, to Corey Dropkin and Jamie Sinclair, and then have run 3 wins in a row. Not exactly sure how Katie and Sean got to 2-2 as far as which games they won, which games they lost, but they are still alive. They win this game, they go to 3-2. They knock Nancy Martin and Caitlin Schneider down to 3-2. The game over on sheet 1, one has to win, one has to lose, so that'll be another 3-2 team. So that's where we get to the potential tiebreaker scenarios.
And if Maxie wins.
And if Maxie beats Corey Dropkin and Jamie Sinclair, yes, that drops them to 3-2 as well.
And let the fun begin.
Yeah, what they would do in that one, they're only going to do 1 round of tiebreakers no matter what happens. So
Someone could be eliminated on the DSC then?
well, I think if you get to 4 teams, what I think they would do is all 4 teams get to the tiebreaker. You do one seed versus 4 seed, 2 plays 3, and then the 2 winners are
Right. Oh, I see. Yeah.
are in.
Never mind. Scratch that.
You get 3 teams, you figure out if there's a clear head-to-head. If one team beat the other 2 teams, my guess is that team automatically advances, and then they'll make the other 2 play off for the second spot. All right, all teams finishing up their DSC here. You didn't have any interesting facts about? I know you did a little homework on the
more
on the
homework.
Nutana.
Yes,
Curling club.
more homework than I ever did in high school. The Cottrill team is from Listool,
Yep.
Ontario, which is actually in far southern Ontario, and named for the town of Listool, Ireland,
Oh,
in County Kerry.
aye.
Yes. Originally, it was called Mapleton, which everybody could pronounce. And then they changed it to Listool, which is actually spelled like Listowel. So, there you go.
I like that. Wow.
Thank
I
you.
actually did do some homework. I was just kind of kidding there with that.
Yep. Now you know.
Now I know. How about the Nutana Curling Club?
I don't have anything more than I had the other day.
And what you?
It was founded in 1929, and the building broke ground in 1930.
There we go.
Yes.
Wow, you know more history about other curling clubs than you know about this curling club.
That is true.
Nicely done there.
That's true. I'm Canadian at heart. America, bah humbug. Just kidding, America. Doug, you know, I'm a big fan of useless facts.
Okay, perfect. Well, you got a little time here. They're still shooting their last DSE. Which throw another useless fact out there.
Yep. Good sweeping, though. Doug, you should videotape this. When you and
taking
Lisa,
notes.
When you and Lisa play.
When
mixed
Lisa and I
doubles
start
for one
playing our
time.
mixed doubles, can you imagine?
Oh my gosh. Good times.
Had a nice broadcast with Lisa, your wife, yesterday.
Mm-hmm. She was camped out with a large bottle of wine. Much like every time you guys curl together.
Sometimes it's just good to make the pain go away. All right, we're getting ready to roll here. See if anybody filled out the biography page here. Scrolling, let's see, Doug Kaufman, page 2, page 3, get past that. Bill Rugen, nothing listed. Okay, we'll go past that. Here, I'm going to let you scroll through this. I got to talk here.
Okay.
All right, team's getting set up here for the first end. The team that has the choice of having the hammer, they will put their rock in that back, just behind the button position. The team that will throw first will put their rock splitting the center line, and once again, the one of 3 positions that you can determine before the start of competition where that guard rock goes. Again, with all the curl that we've been getting, that will be in the closest position, and we've seen no problem, even with that rock being in that closest guard position. Anybody, no problems trying to play a freeze to that back rock or make a little lightweight tap or something like that. The rock's definitely curling enough to still get to it, so no concerns there. Team Martin and Schneider will be wearing the dark uniforms, throwing yellow stones. We're getting ready for end 1 here. Nancy Martin will be throwing the 1st and 5th stone for her team. Out turn draw. Catlin will be shooting rocks 2, 3, and 4. Okay, this is the turn it's going to turn. So somebody run down there and tell him this is really going to break. So start sweeping. Now he's going on it. Trying to get around the guard. Ooh, just touches the back corner of it, which was nice. That worked out well because it slowed that rock down a little bit. Nice sweeping. Gets it just over curls a little bit. Pops it on the other side. Just in front of that red stone in the back 4 foot. Katie Cottrill now. Same draw, out turn. Going to try to freeze that yellow stone that was just put up there. Chris, did we get any response yet for Bill's just lambasting of the town?
No, I'm not sure if no one's listening, no one's awake, or no one's interested.
Are we broadcasting in Canada even?
We are broadcasting worldwide.
Oh,
that's
wow.
why it's called the World Wide Web, Douglas.
Hence the WWW.
Yeah, it is not a wrestling association.
Okay, thank you. Catlin Schneider now with his out turn. Katie's draw, just a little bit heavy. Tip sliding through. Sweeping again. This one does tick the guard. Rolls over into a little bit of a corner guard position. Can't tell if there's a hole there or not to get through. Pretty tight.
That would be.
Sean Cottrill now. Throwing rocks 2, 3, and 4. They choose to come the other direction here. Should be so lucky.
Oh, no.
Out turn. So he has determined there must determine there's a hole there. It's not a very big port.
Wow. This is
Trying
a
to
bold
sneak.
call early.
Yeah, it is. Just hits the inside of the yellow. So
Well,
if you're going to hit the yellow.
he's left himself in a decent spot for a little tap there.
Yep. That for later.
I'd tap that.
Catlin Schneider now going to choose to use the in-turn. No hole there anymore. Going to try to draw another one in there. Freeze on his own. Top button would be a good spot.
First time down the line.
Yep.
Frost? No.
Could be. Never know. I wasn't really watching the practice if they were throwing off both sides or what.
Yeah.
Typically you do, but
Yep.
never know for sure. Sweeping this one now. Trying to get this all the way in the top button. Trying to get shot, or at least second out of it. Don't think he quite got far enough to get 1-2. But that's in a good spot there. That's you could see about a third of it. So relatively easy rock to tap. You don't even have to tap it very far. Definitely a danger rock there. Cottrill now. Mixed doubles curling. You can't start removing rocks until the fourth rock of the end is thrown, which we are past that point, so we can start making plays.
Bombs away.
Yep. Going to try to hit this just off the nose on the right-hand side, drive it into the pile. Hits the top yellow rock. Problemsome. Is that a word?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
It is now. It's now in common usage.
Part problem, part troublesome. Problemsome. In turn. I'm going to try to.
Through this.
Yeah.
Try and do the same.
Yeah, put that rock about the same position it was, maybe just a hair deeper so he gets 1-2 out of it.
Yep.
Sweeping his own. Waiting for this to curl a little bit. It's out there a little. Wants to get around that guard. Try to sweep the outside if it needs it, which it doesn't. Gonna let it stop on its own. Which puts it right next to his other yellow. He has achieved 1-2. It's a little bit outside of where he was looking there. I think Sean can see just all of it. Not much space there, but by the time this rock gets down there, should curl enough. Certainly hit the inside of that and just kind of flop over in front of the other yellow.
Well, we're going with the extra sweeping, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Mixed doubles, you can have the shooter sweep his own or her own. You could have the other person sweep your rock. You could have both people sweeping. In turn, looking to make a little play off that yellow rock. Just chip that out and flop over. Katie sweeping this rock hard to get around the guard here.
This could be trouble.
Yeah, just a little bit snug on that throw there. Comes over. Hits the guard.
Leaves it open. They're going to have to throw that guard now.
Yep. Moves it over. It's pretty big hole there. I don't know if he can put on a guard here that covers both paths in, and have to be pretty much right in the middle of those other two. And even then, there could be a port on one side or the other. I don't know if even the middle of it closes everything off. It's pretty close. But if he gets this right in between those other two guards, it's going to make it a very difficult shot. For sure. Last shots. One for Nancy Martin. And then Katie will throw the last stone for Team Cottrill.
Looking just to get top 12 here, it looks like.
Boy, I don't know. Do you think they want to go all the way in?
Based on what he just showed his
All right.
partner. That seems like where they're thinking, or else.
Yeah, could close off the draw for either one there, so you can see that. Especially if they can't remove all three. If you can remove all three, then you want this guard a little higher, but if you can't, coming in a little tighter is not bad. Sweeping to pull this rock over. Needs to pull this over to the left-hand side of the center. Not going to quite get over there, so.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy.
Team Cottrill now has a chance to make a play on the yellow stones. Can't remove both of them, so you could either just straight draw here, not worry about that yellow one, and just draw to the button here. If you think it's going to curl too much with that, then you can come down a little heavier and just kind of use that yellow one Slow your rock down, flop over. That works too.
Well, just her second rock, so I don't know if she feels better about the hit. That's probably what they'll play, but let's see.
I think this is her last shot.
Yep.
Yep. All right, here we go.
Draw.
Whatever you're comfortable with. Straight draw, play a little chip off the yellow. Either one works.
Needs to go.
Yep. Sweeping this one for line. Again, this rock will curl a bunch. Sweeping hard for line now to try to get around that center guard. Just ticks it.
But too much.
But ticks it enough that it floats to the left. It's just the outside of the yellow harmlessly. And team Schneider and Martin steal 2 here in the first.
Deuce is loose.
So 2 of the players, 1 from each team, will come down now, and both agree to set up those rocks in the proper position. It's the other team. Yep, there it comes. You could take the other team's word for it.
Yeah. Looking through the biographies here, Team Cottrill has some interesting history here. Let's see, Katie's been to the Scotties, as well as the Canada Cup. Masters Grand Slam 2014 was a good year for her, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they were, let's see, runner-up in Ontario in 2015 in mixed doubles. They were at the championships in 2016.
Nice.
And one of those understanding married couples that can curl together. That's how you...
Probably married before they were curling together.
Probably. That's how you know it's love.
Yeah. Outturn draw here in the second. Looking to just freeze the rock or just sit above it. Top button's fine. Full 4's fine.
A little bumpy.
Just want to get all the way to the center. That's the big thing. Waving like it's a good shot.
And it is.
Looks pretty darn close. Trying to get this just to turn a little bit at the end. Trying to get all the way up to the nose. Very nice. Nice wake.
Yeah, good start.
Katie Cottrill now will try to, I'm guessing, freeze the inside part of that yellow stone if she had her choice. Freezing the outside would kind of lock that yellow one into place, at least for a little while. So, going to freeze that in one. Bump's not end of the world here. I'll sweep this at the end. Nope, it's just going to leave it up there. Maybe we can play on it later. All right. Catlin Schneider now going to go with the in-turn, the Lisa Rugen preferred turn. Nope. Gonna go with the out-turn.
Definitely not her preferred turn. Saying I don't think she's thrown it in 16 years of curling. Know what you're good at.
Good thing she plays lead, huh?
Know what you're good at.
Know what you got. There we go. Out turn. So it's going to come down here, just move the red one a little bit. Kind of wondering what he was thinking on that one, actually.
Just
looked
there.
like he had that draw coming in with the in turn. Could he get around that red one? Wouldn't have been too worried about that red one. It was half around the guard.
Yeah.
Tough to promote. Can you write that down? We'll ask him after the game.
Sure.
We'll create a fourth end break, and then we'll ask him at the fourth end break. Sean Cottrill now. Go down and throw his 3 stones. Couple options here. You see a lot of, in mixed doubles, you end up seeing a lot of rocks hanging around the 4-foot. Just behind the tee line, just in front of the tee line. And since you cannot remove rocks until the 4th thrown rock of the end, You get a lot of rocks in there, and then
this is obviously the
go
fourth.
from there. Yeah, this must be at least the fourth one. I think this shark's going out, going for the peel, trying to hit both yellows, which he does. Rolls the yellow off to the side. Boy, you see that those rocks off in the corners too, especially above the tee line. Obviously, they you can use those for later. Have a lot of in-offs because you do get a lot of red, yellow, red. And as I'm doing this motion with my hand, nobody can see this, so that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But you get a lot of stacked positions where you get alternate colors, and then all of a sudden you can come off one of your corner ones and hit and roll in. Out-turn hit now. Trying to hit this on the outside. She does, trying to stick around, which it does. All right, so we got yellow lying 1, 3, and 4.
And one scared-looking red in the back button.
Little red. We do have the
hammer.
Do have the hammer here though, so. And there's nothing in front, so. No big concerns at this point. Trying to see how they score multiple points. And choose to go off the corner one. Try to make the double this way.
Interesting.
Swooping hard. It's half a rock.
Close.
It is going to make contact. Pushes that yellow one out to the side. Nice shot.
Yeah.
Very nice shot. We even kept it was even better keeping that yellow one around, actually.
Yeah, a little backing on
Potential,
the back.
Potential jam if they don't make this quite right. Plus, it's behind the tee, which is a nice spot for red. Yep. Catlin's going to take all that in and figure out exactly where he wants to hit this. They hit this pretty thinly. He's trying to see how thin or thick he can hit this in order to jam on his corner rock.
Yep.
Or not remove it, I guess, would be more what he's thinking. I think he has to hit this so thin, I don't think it makes any kind of contact with the one way out on the side of the 12-foot there.
Yeah.
Tough shot, though. This is not an easy shot to spill both these reds. Going to lose a shooter here, too. Out-turn hit. Needs to get on this. She's sweeping hard now. Wants to hit it thinner the better. Is it going to be thin enough? Just hits the end of it. All right, they'll put that one back. That would have been in play. Yep. Yep. That's about right. I like that. Tell him I like that, Lee. Good shot. Tough shot to get that red one out of there. So,
Yeah, he just pinched it off a little coming out of the hot.
Team Cottrill now will, I believe, talking about they have 2 rocks left. It's 3 rocks total left, so 2 red, 2 more reds, 1 more yellow. Talking about you could freeze, try to generate more, but I think Nancy would just hit the other one anyway, and so it's just a deuce anyway. So you could hit this, roll away. Nice part about that is where that yellow one is. If you roll away a little bit, that makes it very flat. You're going to make the double extremely difficult.
I think this is the most early hits I've seen in an M2.
Well, it's certainly more open than you typically see in mixed doubles. It's usually tough to, by the time you're able to hit rocks, there's usually so many up there that the peeling, you're usually not peeling everything out of the way. Might want to get on this. You want to stay out there on that side. Roll away if you can. You don't want to roll in. But it will roll in.
Oof.
Yeah, just...
Feels like they've just been a bit consistently narrow all morning.
Well, it's just one of those things, you know. We do get a lot of curl here, even with hit weight. And maybe they're just, they play so many games on sheets where you don't get quite that much curl that tough to believe that it's going to curl and get on it early with the hits because you want to stick around for sure. So
For sure. So,
All right.
Nancy set up.
Yep. Set up relative as far as doubles go. This is the one you want. If you ever want a double, this is how I would like to have my rocks set up.
Yep. With somebody else throwing.
You could hit either one first and make this. You could hit it right in the pocket and make them both.
On an early.
Thing close. Yep. He's fine. Fine either way. Don't want to hit it right in the middle because it actually could skate through. Get a little unlucky. Well, nope, you're fine. That's good. And it rolled back a little bit. No double possibility there, so he's going to have to hit and stick, take his one. Could just come down to it with a heavy draw if he wanted. Just whatever weight you are comfortable with.
All right. Katie's in the hat.
Okay. Let's do hit and stick is the play. Don't have to hit it, but it's close enough to in the 4-foot there. I think she will. Rocks away. I think he wants to get on this. This curls it all. It's holding it nicely. Holding it nicely as best he can. Hits the inside, rolls in. Is it going to roll too far? It does. So just
touch narrow again.
Yeah, just touch narrow, I think. So it's a steal of one here in the second end. Nancy Martin, Catlin Schneider. Now go ahead 3-0 after two ends. Getting ready to play the third end. A lot of scoring in mixed doubles. A lot of chances for a lot of big ends.
Yeah, over on sheet 5, Dropkin Schneider got out to a big early lead. Speaking of a lot of scoring.
But yep, score 3 in the first. Steal another 3 in the second. Up 6-0. Good. Team setting up the rocks here in the third end. Again, scores on the other sheets just going up. Sheet 1 is in a tie game, 1-1 after 2. Over in sheet 5, Corey Dropkin, Jamie Sinclair up 6-0 after 2 ends.
TCB.
It's good to see them. They're involved in the game in the 5 o'clock draw last night. It, could say ended in a little bit of controversy. They ended up running out of time right as they were getting ready to throw their last shot. Jamie ends up throwing her last rock right after time expired, makes the shot, would have won the game. Talked about it for a little bit, ended up being a kind of a just run out of time, and they do have timers here for this event, so they end up having to forfeit that game. So it's good to see them rebounding this morning. Tough way to lose any kind of game by a time clock, so be good for them to win. If they win that game over there, they're in the playoffs, so
yeah.
So hopefully they get a nice strong showing here, get a nice run in the playoffs, so hopefully everything will be all right with that. Good first rock. Thrown again by Nancy Martin. Puts in a great spot right on the center line, top button. Like that. Katie Cottrill now looking to freeze that top yellow stone.
A little bumpy.
A little bit of an angle. A little bump is even. That's totally fine. Great shot. Pushes it out of the 4-foot. Lying 1-2. Both behind cover. That's a great shot right there.
It's a peach, hon.
Mm-hmm. Catlin Schneider now Let's see how they counter. Play a little freeze on that top red. You could also play the same push. Push that red one back behind the tee.
It's hanging a bit.
Yeah,
Should
looks
come in, though.
pretty close.
Yep.
Just a matter of weight here. Does it have enough weight to move it? Is he just trying to freeze? Gonna have to sweep hard to get to this rock here. Getting down to it.
Wow.
Yep.
That moved dead
Right
sideways at the end.
in front of it, right on the center line. Now all three of these rocks are behind the center guard. Red still lies 2. But that yellow rock, it's in a good position for yellow. Maybe not right now where the scoring is, but certainly later that could absolutely get used. Sean Cottrill now. I think the call was to freeze that top yellow stone. Again, probably would want to get as close to the center as he can. Still some room behind that guard. You can fit another rock or two in there and get all the way to the center line, totally buried if you wanted to. Probably doesn't want to get fully buried on this one. Probably wants to be just a little bit off to the side, so
Yeah,
you
set
can
up
have a
his
little
angles.
access to the tap potentially. Shots away, in turn. Boy, he didn't take a lot of ice on this one. I wonder if he's just trying to play a little tap right now. And yep, got some steam on it. Coming into the rings. Just taps that top yellow. Rolls away. Nancy will try to get that rock out of the rings. Doesn't want that one to hang around. Just skates into a back 12 position. So, push the yellow one over there a little bit. Don't know if that helped them. It might have helped yellow actually out more than themselves. Because now yellow could play a little push on that yellow-red combination. Push that red one behind the tee, or could even push it out all the way out of the rings if you wanted to.
Looks like they're going to clear the guard, though.
Clearing the center guard. All right, so they don't like where they're sitting. Trying to hit this close to nose as they can. Drive it into the yellow-red. There we go. Nice shot there. That's well done. So they push the, well, they don't push the strike, the center guard back into the pile. Remove the red rock that was right behind the yellow. Red still lies 1. Yellow lies 2 and 3. That guard is now not on the center line. It's a little more touching the forefoot now. Sean Cottrill now. That yellow rock that's top forefoot is a problem rock. Come down, get that out of play. We try to make a thin double here. Hit this on the inside, hit both rocks. Hopefully stick around. Let's hit it just a little bit. Hit it, just jammed it onto that back yellow. Was hoping to hit it a little bit thinner.
Yeah.
Make the double. It was a good shot. Got rid of the problem rock was that top yellow one, so we got rid of that.
But they still look like they're going to be counterpunching this whole end.
Yep. Captain Schneider now going to attempt the double on the 2 reds.
Yeah,
Try
just
to
a
hit
little
this.
off nose.
Yeah, just off nose.
He does that. He leaves himself a nice little combo right there. Yellow, yellow.
Yep. Maybe that back red one, that back 12-foot rock, might end up coming into play. Be a part of the scoring situation here. All right, in turn, hit. Nobody to sweep. If they did, they would want somebody to sweep because it's going to curl. Oh, my goodness, just missed that back one. Rolls into the side 12. Does hit the back one, so fortunate there. Got rid of 2 red rocks. And where he rolled his yellow one, didn't work out too badly there because there's no double possibility there. There's a corner guard.
He's just looking to come down and sit on the pile.
Yeah, it looked like they were talking about going around the corner. With they have 2 rocks left, and Team Martin only has 1 rock remaining, so 3 rocks left to play here. Seems like with the way he was gesturing, it looks like they're going around the corner.
Yes. I agree. That's what the gesture looked like.
So, they go around the corner here.
Yep.
Nancy Martin probably just makes a play on that other red rock.
Yep.
Could choose to freeze it though. I mean, that's a tantalizing pocket back there.
Well,
He's trying to curl. Wants to get around the corner.
it's gonna click off. Oh boy.
Ends up being just a little bit heavy. Slides, unfortunately, for their team behind the tee. Now that is definitely a tantalizing pocket. If you can get right down into there, it's going to force Team Cottrill to just draw for his 1, or come down to the pile for his 1. They're trying to think what's away, since they are shot. They're trying to think, hey, is there another place we could put this where we maybe get a steal? The trick to getting a steal here, though, is you got to stay higher with this rock, be above the tee line. And the more you are above the tee line, the more you have an opportunity for Nancy Martin to maybe make a double on her last one and have her reds be a scoring rock. So those are the things that they're talking about. How deep do we want this to be? They're weighing if we go down to the pocket, we're giving them 1. That's it. That's all they're getting. If we go above the tee line, then we got a chance to steal, depending on it. But the one above the tee line is very precise location where you have to put it. Your line's important, your weight's important, so see what they're deciding here. Could go either way. You like one way or the other there, Bill?
I like just coming to the pocket. I mean,
Yeah.
you kind of control
Force the one.
You kind of control this game.
Yep.
You can hold them to 1, get that hammer back.
Yep. Either way works, though. I could see either one. If you're going for the top 4, this is definitely the more aggressive of the 2.
Sweeping it early.
Out turn.
Waiting for that late move.
Yep. Definitely want this rock to move for sure. Got to get into at least, you want to be 1-2 or...
Straight guard, it looks like, in the end.
Yeah, at the end there, yeah. Looks like a straight guard. Boy, that was aggressive there. Guess they were thinking if they bring that just a smidge closer, or if it's just a hair more towards the center, then there's no real in-turn way to access that back yellow one.
Yeah.
It's close. There may not be a way to access that back yellow one. I mean, it's a pretty good-sized port, but the way this sheet is curling, and with the in-turn, and the fact that you're not going to be able to throw a ton of weight, makes it problematic. So, but they didn't talk about it very long, so they might think it's there.
Boy, if you throw back 12 weight.
Yep, worth a swing at it. In worst case, you're given 1, and a 4-point lead in mixed doubles is a nice lead, but it's certainly by no means safe. So I think they're going to take a swing at this one.
Yeah, no reason not to.
They don't have to move it very far.
You make this, you kind of turn your luck around.
Absolutely. Here we go. In turn, big shot here to potentially tie this game up.
A little push.
In turn, looking like
Gotta go.
hack or board weight. Yeah, who needs to go on this one to hold this one straight as they can for as long as they can. Now he's off. Now he's back on. Just needs to just miss that guard. Sweeping hard. Oh, just catches the guard again. Yellow steals 1 here in the 3rd. Oh, man, they were close on that one.
Yeah.
It's a
That was a tough little.
It was a tough port. That was not an easy shot by any means, and they were close. He got off it at one point and then got back on. I don't know if he's on it the whole time. If it gets around, it's going to be pretty close. They just ticked it, but either way, steal a 1 for Nancy Martin. Catlin Schneider here in the third take a 4-0 lead.
Too early for the power play.
Yeah, you know, I really haven't seen too many people using that power play in the first 4 ends. I've very rarely seen it. And I haven't played any mixed doubles, but it just seems to me, and I don't know if it's because there's so much scoring involved, if it's not that critical to get those points early, but part of me thinks, boy, why not use that thing right away, get ahead in the game, or have a better chance of getting up in a game?
Yeah, you wait too long, you don't get to use it.
Yeah, or when you do use it, at that point it doesn't become as meaningful.
Right. It's easier to limit the damage for the team ahead at that
right.
point.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't seen anybody use it early.
No.
Everybody's been using it late.
It seems like the 6th end is the preferred end.
Yep. They've either been using it either still in an offensive strategy or even in a defensive strategy. You're up, you have the hammer, try to take play away from the center, go to the sides. I've seen that done a few times.
Yeah, I saw that in the feature game last night at 5.
Yep. Anyway, first draw, 4th end. Comes down, freezes the outside half of the red stone. Katie Cottrill now try to freeze inside corner of this. Or a little tap. This rock needs to curl quite a bit. White looks pretty close.
No, just a little wide there.
Yeah, just a bit. Freezes also the outside half. That yellow rock is going nowhere. Well, at least with one shot.
Going away seems to be curling a little more today.
Mm-hmm. Again, going to try to freeze the pile. Guessing more on the nose on this one now. Doesn't need to be on the inside of this anymore. Have to where that back yellow rock is positioned because you want to stay in front of that red one there that's on the tee.
Yep.
Good. Coming down to it. Sweeping at the end here. Try to get all the way to it. Frozen all the way to it is good, which he does. Very nice shot. Right to the nose.
Yellow is definitely in control.
Red, yellow, red, yellow. Sean Cottrill now. At some point, maybe we need to jiggle these around a little bit, unhinge that back red one.
Exactly what I was
back red
thinking.
one, even though it's his rock, not helping him. We'll bounce on the inside, maybe roll to center.
Yep. Almost like back 12 weight.
Out turn, yeah, I like that. Out turn, needs this rock to curl.
Yeah, if you could get to the inside of that front yellow, but that is not going to be the case.
A little bit
Oh boy.
up on the weight.
Beep,
More
beep.
like hack, yep. Slides away harmlessly. Now,
It's a slow motion
Team Martin.
flash.
Got to be a little bit careful here. You'd think, wow, you're in a good position. You're 1 and 3. You're right on top there. The problem is guarding it really doesn't do you a whole lot of good here because the Cottrils could come the other way. You have the button exposed. I'd be half tempted to come that other way with the in-turn. There's not really any harm on this out-turn side. I'd almost be tempted to draw one in on the other way, get on that button. But they're going to play hit.
Defense.
Yep. Oh,
Works
spits
like a
both reds
charm.
out of there. That's a fantastic shot. There we go. Oh, and then it comes back in. It looked like me sweeping there because it's going the other way.
And now we have the flob.
Yeah, so they
One
got
red flop.
they got the reds out of there, but
That was unlucky.
yeah, I don't know. Which team is happier after that shot? They did get the one red out. They got almost the other red out, but it's kind of cleared up that 4-foot area. If I was yellow, I was kind of liking where I was sitting there. But such as it is, Cottrill's now going to play that top double, which they do. Sticks around. Now they're lying 1 and 3. So, and it's clearing everything up. So,
Well, I would think
that would have been one of those things where you're setting up the salt and pepper shakers around around on the tables upstairs and say, well, what about this? What about this? But you know what? Welcome to curling. That's the nice thing about curling. There's so many strategy things, especially mixed doubles. I mean, there's just, you get so many rocks in there, and then you decide, when do we guard? Is it better for us to hit?
Yeah. Well, I think they definitely don't mind it being cleared up. They just got a little bit of a bad break on that. That one spinning back in, if that goes out, I think they're very happy with the end.
Trying to make the double here, ideally. Hit and roll behind cover was a good one, too. Ends up just being out a little bit. Hits and sticks. Lies 1 and 2. We still have the center guard, and now there's nothing in the 4-foot. So, looks like the Cottrills now are going to ignore those rocks. Try to make a play around that center guard. Attempt to score their 2 that way. Again, there's only 3 rocks left, so again, mixed doubles. There's not a whole lot of time to set the end up per se, as in normal curling. You don't get a whole lot of setup time. All of a sudden, you're down to your last rock or 2, and it's like, okay, we gotta decide what we're doing here.
He's coming in.
Yeah, he is. Maybe playing the double.
I guess.
It looked like she was tapping to go around that center guard, but he played the double now. He's a little wide. Is he going to make contact with the top one? No. Oof. Just wide. All right.
He knew it as soon as he let go. Gave the little slam there.
Yep. Didn't like that one. All right.
They have,
Nancy Martin says, oh, get a free draw.
Yep.
I think I'll take this.
That was a bad miss at the wrong time there.
Yep. Wants this. Well, what do you say? Top 4?
Yeah,
half in the 4-foot?
Yeah.
Right on that center?
Yeah, use that center guard.
Make them draw? Maybe full 4? Him thinking about it?
I'll come down. You think the same line? I would guess. It doesn't feel like anybody's played that other half this end.
Yeah, you could play that same line. If it hangs out a little bit, you could end up playing a little scrape off your top one there.
On it early.
Yep.
Hold the
Sweeping
line.
early? No, I think he's sweeping for weight if he's sweeping that early.
I think so.
I don't know. I'll have to ask Lisa every time she sweeps that rock early. Is it a weight thing? Is it a line thing? What exactly is it? I don't know if we've ever had that conversation.
Yeah.
I think we will now, though.
It's probably a history thing.
You're saying history is not on my side? Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything, Douglas. I'm just saying words.
So how many overswept rocks do I need to get until history is on my side?
With Lisa?
Yeah.
It's never going to happen.
All right. It's too bad these people don't know us here at the club and understand all the references. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
It's a good thing they don't know you at the club.
Isn't?
All right.
There's other people listening. I thought this was just for you and I.
Yeah, that's a good point. Drawing for 1. Needs to hit a piece of the 4-foot.
Drawn against 3.
Drawing against 3.
But this end turned like 3 different times.
Yep. Line should not be an issue because this will curl a mile. So as long as you give enough weight or enough stick at the beginning, which she has. Want this rock to slow down. Hadn't really touched it much. It is slowing down. Look at that. Right there. Very nice.
That's a beaut.
Save that for the DSC. 1 red here in the 4th. Very nice draw. So now we have a score of 4-1 for Nancy Martin, Catlin Schneider. Updates from the other sheets here, Bill?
Sure. Sheet 1, let's see. It applies and, I'm sorry, giving.
Yep.
Up 2-1 after 3.
Looks like they got a last shot here. I mean, M. Good.
Yep.
Mac Guy looks like a hit and stick for 3.
Yep.
Last shot here in the 4th, so we'll just pay attention to that for a second while they're getting the rock set up here. And on sheet 3, quickly over on sheet 5. Looks like Tiva Dropkin, Sinclair.
They're up
9-1. 9-1 lead.
9-1 line.
Have the hammer.
1, maybe 2.
And they have the hammer.
Yeah.
So, good to see them recover from last night's. Good to see that.
Yep. So we'll run sheet 1. M's in the hack.
Here we go. Last shot over on sheet 1. Just quickly. Just didn't stick. This would be a big 3 here in the 4th. Keep their playoff hopes alive if they win this game. Rocks away. In-turn hit.
No sweepy.
A lot of weight. Boy, if you want to stick around and peg this thing, you have to hit it on the nose to do it. Hits it on the nose enough.
Done and done.
Yep, nice work. 3 red.
4-2.
Back on our feature sheet. Very nice first draw there from Katie Cottrill. Top button, look at that, right on the center. I think that's where you draw it up, right there.
But that last hand, still, there was so many chances for that to turn around. When Team Martin missed the double with that little spin up, all of a sudden, Cottrill was back in control, looking like a easy deuce or a good chance at a deuce. And then a couple of missed shots, and all of a sudden it was got to bail out, throw it against 3.
Changes quickly.
Yep.
Just a reminder, or just a kind of a self-note here, to not eat Laffy Taffies while I'm trying to...
All right. Pro tip.
While I'm trying to announce here.
Thanks.
Very difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
You think Joe Buck, when he's doing the World Series broadcast, you think he's got a big old bag of Laffy Taffies there? He's just popping them in one by one, just talking in between innings, that type of deal? Or probably not. I'm going with no.
Not.
4 pieces of gum just chawing away.
A lot of peanut butter.
All right, so the last one was an out-turn freeze attempt. Didn't quite get to the rocks. Sitting out there, not quite 100% exposed. Pretty darn close. Enough exposed that Sean Cottrill now. My guess he's going to come down to it, try to push that back a little bit, and just maybe flop over to center, ideally. But again, with no skip on the other end, we're guessing a little bit up here in the announcer's booth as to what the shot calls are.
They're going to play a different shot now. He's a little wide there.
I'm just basing this on more of my weeks and weeks of curling experience.
Well, he didn't do himself any favors there.
Yeah, I wanted to hit the inside of that rock. Did not want to hit it on the outside and drive it in onto their own. Pretty safely can assume that.
Well, and I'm wondering if we've seen a bit of a standard overcorrection. They were narrow a bit early on.
Ooh.
And now it feels like we're getting a lot of...
memory is right on the money.
Yep.
Medication is really working wonders for you there, that memory.
You understand the standard overcorrection, don't you?
I do. I do. Being a golfer, I absolutely do. That would be the right tree equivalent after snap hooking one out of bounds. Darren Leto would definitely know what the overcorrection is. All right, out turn. Likes where he sits because he can hit that yellow one as hard as he can. Not going anywhere. Going to drive both reds out. Bing, bing, bing.
Nothing's. No chance of anything spin back on that one.
Nope. So.
Back in control.
Yep. Only thing problematic is those things are really close to the tee line. So here's a play here where you could just freeze that pocket if you wished. Could come down here and hit. Potential triple there. Could freeze the pocket. I could see a thing where freezing that pocket would be.
Yeah.
Call. You're down 3 without.
Yes, you definitely, I think, need 2 rocks in play. Only 3 rocks left, so you gotta get something in play, something with backing, because definitely Martin Schneider looks like they're more than happy to clear the rings.
Playing a hit here though, so maybe trying to hit that outside one, flop into a frozen position on the inside.
Yep.
Just rolls a little bit further than he wanted, but it is still half around that guard.
Yep.
So that part's good. Can't access it from the out turn, although they are throwing the out turn, so
Well, I think it's
maybe
more
they're
about
trying not
protecting
to
shot
access.
there.
Yeah, he could be freezing the pocket.
Yep.
All right. Out turn. Sweeping right away. So must be sweeping for weight. Okay.
Calling
Nancy
it off
tells
the
him
line,
off for the line. He needs it for the weight. So it's a little off and on and off and on.
though. Well, now you just need to close down that
Coming
board.
over now. Trying to get all the way down in there.
Might have got just enough behind that.
Yeah, so pulls up. Top 8 foot. Red rock. Definitely has access to the red rock. You just push that. You could push it dead sideways. Try to freeze that top yellow. You don't need to push it very far. You're looking at pushing it 3-4 inches. If you do that, you really just want to tick it and kind of roll away here a little bit, because your red one, if you just throw enough to just tick it and sit right there,
You're setting up here.
you could be setting up in off. So a little bit of a tricky shot here. Looked like he was tapping like he wanted to be shot after this. But again, if you do that, you want to make sure this shooter rolls away. My opinion.
That's a valid one this time.
2 rocks left each side. Sean Cottrill now. Team down 4-1. Needs to make a nice one here. Looking to chip this red rock sideways.
They are
Nope. This one is over curling, coming into the guard. He might have just been drawing there. Maybe he wasn't chipping it. Maybe he's just trying to. Was he trying to chip? Okay.
Yeah.
Pushes red on top of the yellow. Sets up an interesting run back possibility, depending on what team you're on. Definitely lined up. So definitely want to look at it and figure out whether that's going to help you or hurt you, etc.
Yeah. That just feels like that yellow is not going anywhere.
Yeah, but he's still got to be worried about. He's
Yeah,
got to be
that's-
worried about that red rock getting promoted.
I feel
It
like
doesn't need to be moved very far, so it's dangerous that way, because if you get the line right.
Yes, I was just gonna. I swear, I was just gonna say, what about clearing the center guard? And I was actually thinking this on their previous shot.
You can't say that after they call the shot. That's what you were thinking.
Well-
Go out on a limb. Well, yeah, call that before they call it.
But you're using up all the airspace, so. I thought
I called
wait.
a throw through, a successful throw through last night before it was called.
That you did.
Yeah.
That's just because you're used to that
Oh.
successfully.
Oh. Well, I guess you're actually complimenting me for a change. Nice work.
for
All right, straight peel.
for throwing a rock through the house.
Straight peel. Out turn. Looks fine. And if it didn't, it wouldn't matter because nobody's close enough to sweep anyway. Nice peel. All right. Now, Team Cottrill now. You've got one lonely red rock there that is not protected currently and is not shot yet either. Chipping it sideways is a little more problematic now with that red-yellow run back.
Well, and no center guard anymore either. I mean, there's nothing,
Yep.
nowhere to hide here.
Looks like they're talking about playing that red-yellow run back as it is right now, but boy, that yellow one that's right behind the red is... Looks like it's lined up perfectly with that top yellow,
Yeah.
and it's still going to leave their red one exposed.
Yep.
So, thought about it for a moment. Now they're talking about, looked like they were talking about just drawing to their top red.
They've got. Do you think they're looking to just concede one here?
Well, you can't freeze your top red because
Agreed.
yellow could come down unless you freeze the outside corner of it. I guess you could do that,
But even then-
because then yellow can't strike it because
Well,
it's just one either way. I guess they could. So I guess that would be a way to just give the one. Pretty tough, though. I mean, that's a make or dead situation.
yep.
All right. We'll know in a minute. Katie Cottrill now.
They are on it early.
Coming down to the pile in some fashion.
Still sweeping.
Yep, sweeping this one hard. Rock is coming over. It's going to be on the inside portion of the red. Is it going to get around those top two? It does. Nestles in. Top four.
Yellow's line 1.
You're checking it out. Nancy's checking it out now to see if she can just play a nose hit for 4. She hits this on the nose. Red one, top red bounces out.
They did not look at it for very long.
They did not, but it's not as easy as it looks. I mean, that red one is got just a piece under that red-yellow combo that's up top there.
Yeah, but you catch almost any of this, you're at least going to spill 2. You'll spill the reds, I would think.
Yep. All right. Just off nose, you're good.
A little roll away, you still get 3.
Yep. All right, here we go. Big shot here. Just off nose, close to nose, sticks around, you get your 4 here. You can probably hit as little as, what, half a rock and still be okay?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Okay. Rocks away, in turn.
Ooh,
Big shot here,
right on
sweeping it right out of hand now. Off. Must be pretty close.
It's got to come up a little bit, but
he's going to only hit about a half.
still
Hits half and just takes some energy off of the other red so it doesn't drive it out. But
it still looks like yeller for
looks
2.
like they got 2, so good shot. Not the easiest shot in the world.
Yeah. Any
Gets
kind
the
of
2 out of it. That was good.
Yeah, pretty much any kind of contact on that
Yep.
top red was going to go fairly well. Ooh.
Nancy Martin, Catlin Schneider now take 2 here in the 5th. Go up 6-1. Looks like over on sheet 5 that Fred Maxey, Steph Jensen stole 1 in the 5th. They're still down 9-2. Dropkin Sinclair still have commanding lead, and the Hammer playing the 6th. Should they win that game, and Nancy Martin and Catlin Schneider currently up 6-1. If they should prevail in this game, those will be your those will be your 2 teams out of Pool 4.
And as predicted,
Power play. Here we go.
in N6.
N6. Yep.
Over on sheet 1, Geving took 1 in the 5th, trailing 4-3 right now. They've also set up the power play for this end. I guess Mac and Am would have set it up.
Two plays that we've seen with the power play. As far as the other team, if the other team is quite a bit ahead, 2 options is to just draw 1 into the rings center-ish. Or this is the other popular play we've seen. Go ahead and play your corner. Lose your shooter. Just tap your corner anywhere so it exposes the other team's rock in the rings, which is exactly what she's done. That is a wonderful shot.
It's a beaut.
Very nicely done.
Sean Cottrill with a little shrug of the shoulder says, I guess we're going to have to go over and sit on that thing.
Yeah. The only thing that would have been better is if somehow the yellow rock that's driven into the ring somehow stays above the tee line. But
Yep.
Other than that, which would be absolutely perfect, that's as close to perfect as you can get right there. I guess you could knock it all the way into the dead area.
Yep.
Just out of the rings, and they can't freeze to it.
The Contrast Special.
Ken Trask special, very nice.
Yep.
Shout out to Kenny, yeah. All right, attempting to freeze the rock that was driven in the rings. We'll pull up a little short of that rock. Still shot for Team Yellow. They cannot remove rocks yet, so
Looks like they're going to come down and sit on their own rock.
you could sit on it. Tough to throw one through
Classic.
here.
Yeah, feels a little early for that. Maybe just looks like they're going to come in and bump the other red.
Yeah.
move it behind.
Oh, yeah, if they push it out of the rings but still in play, how great would that be? Little push here. Look at this. This is what they are trying to do. What a fantastic... Oh, almost. Boy, he gets that another 6 inches, and that would be another perfect shot. Well done. Good start to for Nancy Martin, Catlin Schneider here. Going to be some... we got a lot of spread out here in the rings here. That's the one thing. Red still has 2 rocks in the rings, and they're nowhere near each other.
Yep.
After this shot, they're going to have 3 rocks in the rings. So it's kind of funny. It's, like I said, no lead is safe in mixed doubles. It is really, really hard to play big-time defense.
Well, hits, but rolls out again.
Yeah, yep. Want to stick around. Ends up rolling out.
Just a little wide on that turn again.
So now, Team Schneider, no guards in play. So... victory there.
Time to hit.
Going to start hitting the open rocks here. Worst case, they give up 2 on an end where the other team used their power play. I think they'll probably take that.
Yeah.
Like to force to 1 if they can somehow, but worst case you give up 2, and it's pretty simple, non-stressful 2 that you give up if there is a such thing. This would be it. Wants to hit and roll out. Does not want to stick around. Does, and just out of the ring. So we can do a couple things here. We're talking about making a play on the red since yellow is shot over there. It's a difficult rock to get to. So it looks like they're going to try to push their own red into that other yellow. Will set up a double opportunity unless they just barely push into it and somehow freeze it. So, Team Martin and Schneider, they like how this end is shaping up so far without... Yeah, they're not gonna mess around with that. They're gonna draw the other side. I like that.
I do too. It's just funny. This is their second clone row where they
they tapped one thing and then shot something. Yeah, that's not us, people.
That's gotta get there. Get good. Go.
Want
Just
it
a
on.
biter's fine. Biter's fine.
Yep. Biter's in. You got to be a little careful. You got that yellow one you just threw. Is definitely a catch rock possibility. It's a pretty long double to come all the way across. If that yellow one wasn't back there, you're definitely taking a swing at it.
Yeah, I definitely.
And the angles are pretty close too. It looks like if you make that double, that you could catch that one, but you're going to be throwing this so hard. You have to be really unlucky to catch that back yellow and stick around. So.
Well, and I think any kind of roll to the middle.
Yep.
They'd be happy with.
Yeah, I think he's just decided to play not worry about it, just play the straight out turn peel, which they have done successfully. They still yellow still lies 1 that red will have to deal with at some point. 3 rocks left here in the 6. That's the nice thing about mixed doubles. Boy, these ends go by quickly.
Yep. It is not like your normal end, which seems like it can drag on when you're in trouble.
Brutally drag on, yes. Okay. Sean Cottrill now. Do you come down to that yellow rock now there, William?
Well, I was thinking he was going to go out to that wing again, but
well, if you're gonna score more than 2,
yeah, I agree.
Have a chance to score more than 2, you have to go after it.
Here they come. It looks like it's got a little gas.
Plus, it's
here it comes. Here comes the line, though.
Turn.
Here comes the line.
Trying to get there. Throws into it's great.
Get around.
Little taps
Come
even
on.
better.
Almost.
Coming around the top red. A little unlucky there.
Yeah, line was good. Weight was close. It looked like it dropped the weight right there. That last hog line in too.
Yeah, got really unlucky there because they just pieced around it too. So there's really no downside now to playing that top red. You hit it anywhere. You're not going to hit your yellow and stick that around. So
yeah,
pretty free swing at it. You hit it anywhere on the outside, both rocks are going out, and even the angle from where those are, that red one clears that other yellow easily.
Yep.
Tough break there. Another foot. All right, Nancy Martin with her last now here in the 6th. Going to get rid of 2 red rocks, be lying 1. I'll be very pleased with how they played this end. Played it in-turn hit. Nose or a little bit.
That looks like should do
There
it.
it is. That's a good shot. Oh, and sticks around too. Not that that mattered. I guess it mattered a little bit. They could have rolled out with their last. So,
Yep.
great shot. Yeah, Nancy Martin and Caitlin Schneider. They'll be very pleased how they played that in. That is about as effective of a defense you could play in mixed doubles.
Yeah. Good shots all around. Starting with that perfect play on their own corner guard in the power play.
Yeah. Yep.
Which that rock is still
Second
sitting
one,
there.
that push there. I mean,
Yep.
nope. They'll like they'll be feeling good about that. All right. Business at hand. Draw for 1. Need full 8 foot. Most half of the 8 foot.
Second hammer opportunity in a row for Cottrill, where all they've had is the draw
Yeah.
for 1.
Turn. DSC shot. Or DSC practice shot.
Gotta go.
Just needs half. Yeah, you gotta get there. You gotta get halfway into the 8, which they do. Nice sweeping. Just enough. 1 red. All right. So after 6 ends of play, we have Team Martin Schneider 6, Team Cottrill's 2. Team Martin and Schneider will have the hammer here in the 7th. What do we got? Have a final on sheet 5. I don't know what happened in the 6th, but
Was bad enough to shake hands.
was bad enough. Yeah. So ends up being an 11-2 final for Jamie Sinclair, Corey Dropkin. That win puts them to 4-1, and that moves them automatically into the playoff round. So, congratulations to them as the first team to qualify for the playoffs. Once again, the quarterfinal round will be at 8 p.m. tonight. We don't know what game we will be broadcasting as our feature game, and probably won't know until pretty close to the telecast. So you'll just have to tune back in and find out.
Yes.
What ended up happening in over on sheet 1 there, Bill? Did you see what the end result of that end was?
Good guy got 1. M had a draw for 2. Came just a little heavy on her draw. So I think, let's see, if my eyes didn't deceive me, the score will now be 5-3. Good guy over Giving Plies.
Good guy.
Yep.
Just so everybody knows out there, the one last name is good, the other one last name is Guy. So it's not any claim as to the person, although he is a good guy. That's not the reason he said it. And she's a good guy too. Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Nice work. All right. First draw here in the 7th was Frozen to Yellowstone. Very nice. Nancy Martin now will follow that rock down. Wants to put right in front of it. Frozen, which there you go. Nice work there.
Couple of buttes to start
2
the
beauties, yes. All right. Let's go for a record here. Let's see if we can get a 3rd one there lined up. On my team, this would be a record.
Hey, Doug, why don't you have another candy?
Okay.
So much for learning.
They're just so good.
All right.
Outturn draw. Looking to stack another one right on top of the line here.
Looks like he might be a little narrow.
Sweeping hard to get around the guard.
To no avail.
Taps the guard, pushes that just over to the side of the center line, rolls over into a corner guard position.
Definitely sets up a bit of a port, but unfortunately it also sets up a double here. So
Yep.
Catlin
Schneider will say, yes, let's try to clear this up.
Thank you, may I have another?
Defense wins championships. Outturn, double peel. Like to lose his shooter as well. This rock is curling. Looks pretty good. Nice work. Gets rid of both rocks. Sticks around. The way those two red rocks were stationed, it was going to be really difficult for him to make that double and get his shooter out of there. So
He has been on him. Is hitting these last couple ends, though. A couple of great shots.
Sean Cottrill now has access to that pile from the intern perspective. Looking to stack another rock on top here. Maybe use that for later.
That rock is moving.
This rock is curling as well. Trying to get around the corner. Does not want to hit that corner again. Again, comes up. Weight was better on that one. Just came over and hit the guard again. Just struggling a little bit.
That one actually looked like it jumped a little. Maybe it picked up a little something.
Couple options here. Could play the double peel off that yellow-red if you really wanted to be aggressive.
I do not think that's the plan, though.
Nope, not the plan. Just going to hit that red rock.
Be safely aggressive here, I think, is the rule.
Not sure he wants to. You could try to stick around here, just flop over and provide cover.
Yeah.
But he's not. Straight peel. That's works too. Absolutement. Like that one?
Yeah. Is that a word?
No.
Okay.
I think it's a French word.
Is it?
Nice. Just guessing.
Yeah.
3 rocks left here in the 7th. Sean Cottrill now.
Yeah, they really need to. Now is probably as good a time as any to start making a shot.
Oh, nice work. Nice work.
Well,
You got to get a red one in there somehow. Going to be difficult to get that yellow one. I mean, you could hit it off of there, but again, that's just going to leave.
I think this is the jiggle case, right? I think you need to.
Oh, there's 2 rocks each left. That's right.
Yeah, you really.
Nancy has hammer.
Really need to.
Yeah.
Get that spacing in your
Boy,
favor
this
now.
rock's curling again. Going to hit that guard yet again.
That is suboptimal.
Yeah. Drives another yellow rock in. All right. Now.
Well, now I think Martin Schneider are actually going to look to move the rock just a teeny bit. I think they come down.
Just unhinge that back yellow one so just they can get rid of the red one later. Yep. I mean, again, a couple options here. I mean, yeah, I could totally see him just peeling the guards again. Because the red's going to have 1 shot left. What are they going to do? What are they going to do that's going to put you in trouble? Where they're not going to leave a double for you.
Well,
either way,
they are not peeling that guard.
Nope. Coming in, making a play.
I think they'd like to get pretty much close to nose here.
Yeah, I think I think they want to hit it a little bit. I think they want to unhinge that back yellow one.
Well, it's hanging this time, though.
Yeah, well if
maybe
it's hanging enough, you can pick the red out of there. That works, too.
Nope.
Sweeping hard at the end. Oh, just barely rubs the red. Rubs the yellow after that. Totally lines up that yellow-red. I don't think that red, you're not losing the red, no matter what you do here. But it's behind the tee line. If you get to the head of it, you're not going to be shot, and you have to be shot. What do you think? You just crank this one?
I don't know that you
get rid of that top yellow. I mean, how else are you scoring?
Well, no, you got to move the top yellow, but I don't think you want to. I don't think they're going to try cranking it. I think they're going to just try and tap it over a little, leave themselves a little Maybe line 2.
Oof. No way.
If-
Can't
When you-
lie to after this.
you have
No
to.
way. You can't. That's what I'm saying. You can't.
No, you can't.
You got to hit this so thin, and you sit right
Right.
there. It's not going to move it enough.
Well,
Well, we'll see. We'll see who's right, won't we?
here
Yeah.
comes the big wave.
Yeah. There's no other way to get rid of that yellow, and you have to get rid of the yellow.
Yep, agreed.
All right. So, hits the yellow, hits the red. Red rolls away. Yeah.
Red shot.
Their shot, and it's behind cover. So,
Yep.
grand scheme of things, and very nice shot. Does give yellow a draw on their last full 8-foot. They're half talking about the notion of playing the yellow run back. Worst case, we give up 1. If we make it, we hit it perfectly, we get 3. But let's see, you score 1, you're up 7-2, you're up 5. You got to think that's
Power play's
going to
been
be
used.
enough. Yeah. So,
Worst case scenario, you give up 1, you got the hammer coming home.
and Nancy was the one talking about playing the run back there. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. That was kind of her first move, too.
Yeah. I think she's lined up for an outturn here. I think she's going after it. Yep. Totally is. All right. I like it. I like it. Worst case, you're up 4 with the hammer. That's a good spot to be.
Gotta go.
You play the run back here. It's
Gotta
game
go.
over. Here we
Gotta
go.
go.
Sweeping
This is
hard.
close.
On, off, on, off.
Oh, this is a
Oh,
pip.
my goodness. What a shot.
Oh.
What a great shot that was. Outstanding.
They get
Boy,
the
she
deuce.
called that too. That's even better. Nice call. I like that call.
Yeah.
Score of 2. They are shaking hands. So, Team Martin, Schneider on their game right now. Lose the first game that they play in the round robin. Have run off 4 straight. Win this game 8-2. That qualifies them for the playoffs. Congratulations.
Well played. Yeah, they struggled in that first game against Dropkin.
A little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Didn't struggle in this game. Boy, they
No.
played rock solid. If you
yeah, I didn't.
You like that?
Yep, I did.
come on, you gotta laugh. Thank you.
I don't have to laugh.
Well, you should. That was funny. That was good.
It was okay. But yeah, they were never in trouble. It didn't even seem like one end.
Yep.
It really felt they had a chance of giving up multiples.
And with that win, since those are our 2 teams into the playoffs, unfortunately, the result on sheet 1, as far as the playoff purposes, becomes a meaningless game.
Playing for pride.
That's it. So with that win, Team Martin and Schneider improve their record to 4-1. They qualify for the playoffs, as well as Dropkin and Schneider. And since Dropkin and Schneider beat Martin in the first game, they will have the head-to-head tiebreaker. So they will be ranked somewhere between 1 through 4, depending on the DSCs.
Right. And just for clarity, that's Dropkin Sinclair.
What did I say?
Schneider.
I did?
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Are we going to go to sheet 1? Okay. We've been told we're going to sheet 1.
Somebody's feeling very demanding this morning.
Yes, they are. Yeah. It's always like that.
Our Mr. Bossy Boss.
Is this headphones on, by the way, while we're talking? Okay. Mac Guy.
Giving Ply lying 1.
Shooting, what do we got here? Last rock, second to last rock. I don't know. Somebody do the count. His last rock.
So they switched up there. I know last end M had thrown the last rock. So if you're saying this is the last rock, they've made the skip switch or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Yeah. Little light there. But there aren't a lot of great options.
We do kick the rock out of the way, too?
Yep.
And just put it anywhere. All right.
They are looking at, looks like they're looking at a double over there. Chance for a little double, maybe get themselves a bundle.
Pretty thin, isn't it?
It is.
And you could, or you
might
could just
be.
hit the other one and roll in, get your 2 tied up, that type of thing.
Possibly.
Boy, it's super thin. I can't see it not hitting one of the yellow ones in the rings there.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
See what? Nope.
Eileen Gaving now with her last here in the 7th. Thin double for a bunch. Looks good. It's getting called over. She won. Looks good. Comes up just so. Oh my gosh, what a shot that was! Wow.
4.
Uh-oh, that wasn't her last shot. That was her last shot. That's it.
That was their
Do the
last
count.
shot.
M threw me off there. She was taking the slider off like she's getting ready to. Here we go. Yep. Do the count. They're counting the rocks. Trust me, there's only 2 left down here unless somebody moved a rock down here just to mess with them, which is actually a move I would do.
Did Mac actually throw 4 rocks?
You know what happened on the last one? I bet they threw the wrong rock. Wrong person threw that last shot.
That's what I'm thinking.
Had to be, because they wouldn't be standing around going, well, wait a minute, where's my last shot? Whoops. Well, Team Plies and Kevin will say, that's all right. You did all right shooting it. We'll take our 4. Thank you very much.
That was a pistol.
Okay. So, Team Plies and Geving
Apparently everybody's new to
go up 2. Yeah.
mixed doubles.
Now take a 7-5 lead.
That reminds me of, I believe, the...
What does happen in that thing? So it's pretty obvious to me that
Yeah.
somebody threw the rock they shouldn't have been throwing.
Yes.
That they didn't switch for their last stone. So what? I don't even know what happens with that.
Well, apparently you give up 4.
Well, you give up 4 when the other team makes their shot and say, well, we'll just take our 4. No big deal. It's
No.
easy when you make your last shot. You go, oh, that's fine. Yeah, easy thing. It could happen to anybody.
I am going to guess that it doesn't matter unless it's been caught at the time. But that does remind me of a story. Joel Larway claims he's the only person who's ever thrown 3 rocks in an end at Worlds under just such circumstances. And he will go to his grave with that distinction, I'm sure.
Can't imagine that's the only time that's ever happened.
Well, he claims it is.
Well, he wants to claim that it is, but
honestly, I would think most other people are on the ball enough not to have that happen.
Things happen. Throw the wrong color all the time.
Yeah, it's a little
Well, at least I do.
yeah, that's a little different. Actually,
All right.
you're throwing the right color. You're just making it better for the other for the other team. It feels like you're throwing the wrong
I just
color.
love this bonus coverage that we do here. It's so entertaining. Come and get Lisa back up here, please. All right. M. Good. We think it's her turn to throw here in the 8th. In turn draw down 2 with hammer.
I wonder at the conclusion of our game, maybe everybody was looking over here a bit, realizing that, thinking a little bit about how
it's over?
Yep. And, well, and then just sort of losing track of the rocks.
Could be, yeah. I think they were more looking up to the announcer's booth saying, gosh, I wonder if they'll cover our game now. It was as much that as anything. That can be distracting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, that one slides through. Chris Plies now. Looking to draw another one into the pile. Thanks for being here this morning, Bill. I know you tend to like your EPL on the Saturday mornings.
I know.
You recording them? I always call it taping them, but nobody tapes anything
Nobody tapes
anymore.
anything anymore.
It's just recorded.
And the Gunners are playing Tottenham this morning, so that should be
Big game indeed.
Indeed.
EPL Classic. Going to win a lot more money this year on Leicester?
No.
No? I don't think anybody won any money because nobody bet it.
Yeah.
Those of you that missed your EPL, what's going on in the EPL, Bill? And how about those Sounders, by the way?
That was a shock.
Shocker.
Because they did not start the season well.
No.
All right, Mac Guy coming down.
You don't want to talk about soccer?
Oh, yeah. But You know, this isn't this. We're not. We're not men in blazers. First of all, neither of us had a jaunty British accent.
I think we're just as funny, though.
Mm.
I think you get two people to agree on that. And
You-
you're not one of them.
Yeah, I am not.
Out turn draw, trying to come down in. Pulls up a little bit short. Top 12, could use that later. I think Geving now, asking for the little tap, little promotion of the yellow rock. Chris Ply saying something back that I can't hear. In turn. Playing the raise. Doesn't need to raise it very far. Looking to raise it about a foot. Sweeping his own now. Gonna need the weight if they're gonna try to raise this. Oh, might have just been calling the guard, maybe.
If they were, I don't
Freeze
think you
it.
would call the guard there.
Here's the corner of the red. Okay. Can't tell from our angle here behind sheet 3. Can't tell if that yellow rock is guarded the way that M was pointing to it. Must not be guarded.
You can't get to the inside of it anymore, though.
Yeah. Talking about maybe playing that double.
It's funny to watch the nominal skip put down the broom and then slide away.
Slide away, and then they end up deciding on something else on the other end.
Yeah.
Welcome to broadcasting mixed doubles. That's why we got to have microphones for the competitors.
Yeah.
Just for this reason, so we just don't look like idiots when we make the wrong call. But people that know me won't use that against me, so that's good. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I don't remember her calling appeal at any juncture. Run back. Maybe it wasn't appeal. Maybe it was a run back.
I think
it was
it was
appeal,
more.
though.
I feel like it would have been a run back.
All right, so now we have two corners. Well, one of the corners is actually in the rings, but we're going to count that as a corner.
Yes. Can you be on the corner of a circle?
Whoa. Too early. All right.
Bring
Guard being
in-
called. I'm sure this is a guard.
Bring in the geometry this
I'm
morning.
actually not sure this is a guard, but I'm guessing it's a guard.
I think so.
Wants this on the center line. Anything in play and on the center will do. Please take note of that, Lisa. Swept over. Trying to get all the way to that center line. Close that hole off there. Trying at the end. Boy, that rock just did not curl as much as they were hoping right at the end. I think there's a little hole there. Can't tell from my angle, but I think there is. Matt Guy now.
There is. It is tight, it looks like.
Out turn. Trying to make the double. Hit this just on the right hand side.
It's going to be close.
I think he's got to hit the left hand side to make the double without hitting that back red one. Comes through. Hits the one red. Hits the, or excuse
Still.
me.
Pretty
It's
good
the
shot.
yellow, pushes it over. Yellow's now frozen on that back red and lying shot. Yeah, I don't know. Mac, can he hit the outside of that red and maybe drive out the yellow with his last?
I mean, that shot's there.
Yeah, I don't know how far behind that guard is. I don't know how much they could see it. Need an angle. Can't tell from where we are, folks. I think he can, though. I think he'd see enough of it to potentially drive that red.
Boy, I am not sure about that.
Which, if that's the case, he almost has two shots to make this last one. Which, as a skip, you want two angles in before they make their last one.
How many rocks are left?
There are one rock each left.
Right. Okay.
We'll see if Mac throws that last one again, or if he lets M play this time.
As newlyweds that they are. Max should probably.
You know,
let her
one thing
throw
you
that.
could do. Okay, so you got the outside of the guard or the inside of the guard you can go to if you're M's team.
Right.
So this would be one of those. This would be one of those occasions where, how about coming down to that guard and trying to split it a little bit, take both shots away.
For getting.
If you're Eileen Geving here,
Yep.
if you come in here and you just make just a little bit of a tap on that red guard, just move it either direction.
Right.
Shooter's going to go the other direction. Now you've effectively covered both shots.
Yep. I love the concept.
Good in theory.
Yep.
So we shall see. See if they move the guard or if they're just going to come around it and try to put another guard up.
Maybe they're playing that. Take away that center, I guess.
Yeah. It's
Well-
got the right line and the potentially right way to make a little bounce off of that red. Chris Ply's now sweeping hard. Covers the inside portion. Going to leave them that outside hit if it's there. And that yellow one is a piece on the red, so just got a little bit of an issue there. Here we go. This way works too. You can drive the red in there. You hit that just off the right-hand side of the nose of yellow. That'll spill the yellow red, score your deuce, take your game that
I think
won't
it's
mean
gonna-
anything later into extra ends.
It definitely feels like that is going to be harder to spill that yellow off the red, though.
Yep.
Your
gotta
angle's
hit
got to
it.
be a lot more precise.
Gotta hit it with some energy.
And you could lose that rock coming back. You hit a little thin,
Yeah, for sure.
but they must not be able to see enough that other one. It feels
Yep.
like they should, though.
Yeah.
Just based on where it's sitting next on the edge.
I
of the
wonder if they're
forefoot.
thinking that that thing is enough on that back red one that it's going to
Yeah,
push
take it
that
out.
red one out too.
Right. Yeah.
And
'Cause
not.
the shooter would definitely not sit
Yep.
around. So.
Yep. All right, here we go. Angle, raise, take out.
Yes. And a good 12-foot shot.
Yep. It can be done. Will it be done? Suspense is like the 10th inning in the Cubs game the other day.
Oh my God. It was so nerve-wracking. I
You
thought
talked to Jason? Jason okay? He seemed to be a bit of a wreck after that game
He
there.
was. I know I was hiding
Yep.
how
All
nervous
right.
I was, but
Out turn.
rocks away.
Raise, take out.
They're not touching.
Sweeping then off. Off. Now sweeping late. Must be close. Oh my God, she made it. What a
That
great
is
shot.
Beaut.
What a great shot.
Let's
Going to an extra.
let's play 9.
To play. All right. Maybe they'll draw one to the button just for the kicks. No, they're going to play it.
Play it. The fans want to.
We're going to play, Alex. Player pass. We will play. Start the feud. Ice techs out there are going, seriously? Really? You mind if we just start the scraper over here over on sheet 5?
We're just gonna get started.
Is that all right?
Don't mind us.
Never mind the guy moving over there. Looks like a bush. He's just a bush.
Well,
Pay
that's
no-
actually
pay no
Severn.
attention.
That's actually Severn, and he does look. When he takes his
He
hat off.
looks oddly like a bush.
Yeah, when he takes his hat off, he looks a little shrubby.
All right. Bonus curling action here. The Granite Curling Club. On just a gorgeous day. No, that was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's raining today.
The next gorgeous day is scheduled for mid-February.
Had a beautiful one, yeah. 65 degrees yesterday, November in Seattle. What?
It was a beautiful day for golf.
Yeah, great.
You should have been there.
Shut up.
And since you weren't, I can tell you whatever I want about my score.
Yeah. I won't believe it anyway. It won't matter. Tell me whatever you like. All right. I'm going to play an extra end here. We're on sheet 1. We got a 7-7 tie.
And don't worry, we won't be charging extra for this. This is bonus coverage.
Team Plies and Geving have the hammer, the all-important hammer here in the extra. Little strategy discussion going on there. How you play this extra end.
Maybe M's trying to negotiate to get the extra shot this end. Like you owe me one.
Going to shoot rocks 1, 3, and 5. All right. In turn draw. Really wants to freeze this one. In turn, getting around the guard. Success.
Little tap.
Yep, little tappy tappy. Tippy tap. Tap tap tippy tap.
Line was great.
Yep, pushes it back to the back 8. Little fist pump. What in turn draw now from Team Geving. Let's just sit right on top of that, and a little push here is not bad either. Looks like they're going to push it. Well done. Pushes it into a back 12 position. Nice work. All the rocks are well behind the tee. Chris will be throwing the first rock that you can start removing rocks from, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say whatever it is, it's going to be a peel.
I would agree.
I think that red rock there at center guard is going bye-bye regardless of where this rock ends up being. But before that, so if he's going to do that, you want this to be in a nice scoring position. Top button would be good. In turn, very important shot here, because these rocks are going bye-bye here in a minute. In turn, going to be a little bit light
weight.
here.
Yep, got to go for weight.
Clears the guard by quite a bit. 12 foot, 8 foot. Ends up half into the 4 foot. Chris takes the requisite half a second to make a decision to peel. Going to play the slash now, try the double. See how many rocks are going to go away here.
Kevin moves back farther.
2 or 3. Bill, what's your guess? 2 rocks going away or 3?
3.
Including the shooter. That'd be 4.
4.
There we go. Out, turn, hit.
A little wide.
1, 2 in the shooter. All of you that had the under on 3 plus the shooter, you are a winner. Take your tickets to the Vegas Sportsbook. We should have set the line at 2.5.
Yeah, good call.
It was just winner.
That's
you have to
how
take
the
all
pros
those,
do it.
Yeah, you have to take all those push tickets back.
Oof.
Richie out of Minnesota there.
Right.
Could have taken that ticket in. In turn. Put the guard up now, Bill. Heard that one? It's
I think
close
so,
enough
yeah.
to
I think you have to.
use as your score. Tap it up with your last. All right. A little more conventional curling is going to be happening here in this last end. Guard peel, guard peel, guard peel.
Yep. Well, they may have set up a bit of a dilemma. No, it comes up nice at the end.
Yep. Oh, talking about hitting
That's
shot
what I mean.
stone.
That's what I was talking
I
about.
bet Chris wants to play the run back. But he's going to play the shot stone. Try to hit.
And stick around.
Yeah.
It's just a soft
You're
little
trying
weight
to
there.
roll away. You're trying to. I can't imagine you're trying to roll behind cover there. Maybe.
I don't know if you can get there. Let's see.
Oh, in a minute. Oh, just gets past. Hits it right on the nose. Sits top 8.
Controls the end.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of room to get behind that lie shot.
Gotta put
At least
another-
not in front of the tee line.
I think you got to put another guard up here.
Yep. Give yourself options.
Yep. Good shot. Chris Ply sitting right there, too. Gets that rock higher. Be tougher to hide something behind.
Yellow with hammer, Lion 2.
A little discussion necessary.
I think Em was just making sure it wasn't her shot. Every time Matt grabs a rock, now she'll be like, "Hey, sure, it's your turn."
Counting rocks. Outturn. Guard is the call. I'm not sure outturn draw is the call. That looks like it's got some energy to it there, Bill. I think they're making a little play here.
Little tap back on the yellow. Then.
Yeah.
Leave yourself.
Hit the guard. Gets around. Taps yellow back.
Got a bunch of catchers now.
All right. All right. Double for sure. Run back for sure. Isn't it? He's not worried about a rock biting the 8-foot, is he?
I wouldn't think so.
He's not, but he may go around it anyway. All right. You make a play on... I don't even know if that's not even shot.
No. Yellow is shot in the back.
Boy. Is there any way if you make that basically that double peel that you're not bailed out of this in? I mean, how's red going to hurt you then? I guess they go around their own into the rings. Well,
Yeah.
they can go around your own because you just got rid of it if you make the double.
The only thing I can guess is they're a little concerned they maybe nose that top one and leave another guard up. But
Yeah.
even then, it's a super long guard.
Yeah?
At least the way things are curling this weekend.
Yeah. It's not bad either. You hit the one that's in the 8-foot. You clear up that the entire 4-foot area.
Yep.
Then if Mac goes around the corner, you got the entire 4-foot available to you.
Yep.
Either way, like them both. Out turn. I was calling to stick around.
Some weight there.
Yeah. Don't think he cares too much if it's just a straight peel and he rolls out.
Yeah, I think. Never a doubt.
Hits the back. All right.
Actually gets the double. Wine double. Move the balloon.
Yeah, I guess so. Technically speaking, yeah. Get that balloon moved. Free pitcher, sheet 1. Not a free pitcher. It could be liquor board people listening. We charge for the pitchers here.
That's a true statement. No one's ever drank for free.
Discount. Just discount.
Discount.
Big discount. All right.
Well,
last shot for M here in the 9th.
Best case
Eileen
scenario.
Geving still has her last as the hammer.
Side button.
Needs to be shot. Yeah. You got to be shot. You're
Yep.
not going to win if you're not shot. So needs, what? Better than full 8.
Yeah.
Wants to hide a piece of this around that
Well, I think you've
red
got
corner.
You're hoping to hide it all, I'm guessing. Make her draw.
Yeah. You can show her half and just put it in her head that she come down to it. Don't think it will be, but teaser rock.
This has got a long way
Rocks
to go,
away, out turn. Has to be shot. Could come down to the back one if they needed it, but they're not. They don't want to use it because you want to be above the tee here.
They
Don't
are not
give
going
Eileen
to be.
anything to draw to.
In fact, it's going to overcurl a little.
Going to be heavy.
Yep. All right.
Okay, so Eileen can choose the same path.
Draw the 4. You got the backing.
Yep. You need half of this rock into the 4-foot. You do have a backer if you need it. And the line's right.
You think they're going to just swing at it? There's taking a swing at it. A little interesting. Well, their feeling is they can lose the back one, lose the shooter, still get the point.
Yeah. Okay.
However,
Yeah, I mean, downside, you inside on this one. That's no good.
Nope.
All right. All right, rocks away. Nobody's sweeping either, so. Coming down, looking for contact. Right-hand side. Leaning
be
over
tight.
like really want this to turn, which it does. Nice shot. Good enough.
Never a doubt.
Yep. Team Plies and Geving get the win here in the extra end on sheet 1. They win the game 8-7. That moves them to 3-2. Moves Matt Guy and M Good down to 2-3. Again, the two teams that are moving on in this bracket are at 4-1. Nancy Martin, Catlin Schneider, and Corey Dropkin, Jamie Sinclair. And if I've read my playoff scenarios correctly, I believe Corey Dropkin and Jamie Sinclair have the better of the two 4-1 records via the head-to-head win. So they'll be seated somewhere between 1 and 4. Just depends on the DSC. We'll figure all that out later. On behalf of everyone involved, we hope that you've enjoyed this webcast of the 2016 Pacific Northwest Mixed Doubles Invitational. Thank you to Bill Rugen, Chris Rimple in our director's booth. We will see you all. Well, we won't see you, but we'll listen to all 12 of you again here for our next broadcast at 11 o'clock. Thank you very much.
Go Cubs.